What's going on, everyone? Michael Martin here from Yahoo Esports. We are at West Coast Warzone, and I have drafted Stupendous here to teach you all to be better Zangief players. And he's going to do that probably by stomping me into the ground. So let's go ahead and do this.
Okay. All right, so this matchup, Colleen's goal is to be really, really annoying against Zangief. She likes to chip him to death with little rekkas, little punch, and stay away, shooting ice balls. And occasionally get in, but her goal is to get Zangief, to condition Zangief to press a button and eventually counter him and throw him off while annoying him at the same time. Zangief's goal is to just ignore all that and just get in. Zangief, this is a really slow match I don't want to say attrition, but basically it's a very footsie heavy, very neutral heavy. I gotta see what Colleen is, at least what the Colleen player is capable of, to see if I can abuse anything she does. Now that Rekka is -2, right? I have two options here. I can hit roundhouse because she might backdash or jump because she's minus, or I can do a spinning power driver. But it's really a guess on what she's willing to do. Now one of Zangief's worst things to deal with is dash and throw, because no one ever expects a Zangief to get thrown, because Zangief is like the king of grapplers. Running bear grabs are not real. Alright, so Zangief right now has everyone where they want him. We're not in the corner. I could have did a better punch right there, but I was not optimal. Okay, so now, since I'm winning and I have the lead, all I gotta do is just play safe. Just play safe, and I should be able to close this out. That ice ball is actually not really safe against Zangief. Alright, what's the mix up? In setups like these, I do not quick get up, just in case they throw an ice ball. I do not want to get put in the mix-up. Well, that ice ball was very unsafe because it was too close. So I start this round with a 4 meter advantage. So what I want to do is try to use this meter as quick as possible, because because if I don't do anything with it, I'm basically wasting potential meter I could be gaining. After the crit bar, I have two setups. I can do a meaty roundhouse or a spinning power driver, which I didn't do either of. That was a counter hit me. If you can confirm the counter hit knee, you can link in a light kick lariat, which is a new addition to season 2. That's good. Oh. Zangief has this flex move, but you don't really see it used that often against Colin, because there's nothing you can really punish against Colin with flex. Even though the ball is a projectile and I can lariat through it, lariat is not usually a good idea because she's usually too far anyway to punish with lariat. So ideally, I would V-trigger instead. Wake Up Flex is actually one of Zangief's better options that not a lot of people are aware of, because they always want to, I don't want to say autopilot, but they don't expect Zangief to wake up with Flex because he has no life, or when he's going to die, they expect that he's going to block or get thrown. And when people wake up Flex, they think he got hit, so they're going to continue with the combo. And that's when Zangief can capitalize on the opponent thinking that they got a combo off. So after a back throw, Zangief has two options. You can do a meaty headbutt, another back throw, or a spinning power driver. I usually go with the safe option. Oh. That was a very, very strong read. Because most of my options with wake up headbutt, he definitely got the right read with the counter. Oh, I missed the punish there. So that would be my optimal trade scenario, I think. I think that's the best trade I can get, other than roundhouse. Oh, counter hit. Right now I'm fishing for a touch counter roundhouse. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop fishing. So right now, Colleen is one decision away from losing because I have V-trigger. And what I'm trying to do is link into V-trigger to go for the kill. The only way Zangief can link into V-trigger It's with a counter hit, medium, or a heavy hit, or beast skill. That was not counter hit, but I'm okay. So once again, I'm going to try to use up my meter as soon as possible so I don't end up wasting meter that I could be getting. So I'm going to mix up right now. Because I did roundhouse last time, I'm going to mix up by doing SPD. Alright, she didn't get up. There we go. Okay, now I have her where I want her. I have her in the corner. I need to keep her at this space right here to see what she does and punish if she does anything wrong. Okay, don't quick get up against Colleen. The reason why I did that was because it absorbed a hit on frame 3. I expected more pressure. Okay, I did an input error right there. That was not real. That was definitely a punish. So, jab headbutt is not a real string, but it allows me to perform more setups and put them in another frame trap. Okay, don't quick get up. Just eat it. Just eat whatever scrolls, just don't quick get up. Alright, so I did light SPD there. Now, when I dash in, I'm actually -3. So whenever you see a jab spinning power driver and Zangief dashes in, just know that he is -3, as in he is at a disadvantage with frames. So I went for the hard way right there because I expected him to jump, but he didn't jump. So. Alright, I actually should have taken the round there, but I missed up the inputs. Well, Zangief in Season 2 has a better lariat. I should have lariat right there when she jumped in. That would have guaranteed me the kill. However, Season 1, he had a really strong jab anti-air. And it's very hard to break habits in this game. So I should really be able to change my habits and lariat more, because lariat is always the better option.
So I noticed you, and this is probably the case for a lot of more top Zangief players, I noticed you don't jump as much. You know, you talked about conditioning. I think we see Zangief players try to jump in, maybe impose their will a little more. You were pretty patient. And for a player like myself, that actually makes it hard for me. How can a Zangief player work on becoming more patient and maybe work on that conditioning the opponent, like you were talking about?
So Zangief has one of the worst jumps in the game. That's why I try not to jump in unless I have no choice. So the only reason I think why people jump in is because their ground game is not as strong. If I can stay strong on the ground, I have no reason to jump in. However, once the opponent is dealing with my ground game and I can't deal with it, I have to look for holes in the air. So I suggest you would jump in only if you know there's an opening, as in if you're gonna press a heavy or something that has high recovery, or if you can't think of anything else. And if you can't think of anything else and you jump in and it still doesn't work, that means there's a lot of fundamentals missing in the game. So I suggest really working on the ground game. Why you're either being pushed into the edge, why you're not able to do something that you normally would work on other people. Because when we're playing, I'm just slowly walking in the corner, which is Zangief's job. He has to walk into the corner. Your job is to make sure I don't walk into the corner. And the moment I stop walking in the corner, that means you're doing something right. And you don't have to jump in anymore. Right. And when I can't walk in the corner, I gotta start finding answers to get you in the corner.
I'm sure people come to you all the time and are like, hey, how do I get better with Zangief, right? And there's any number of I guess responses to that, because of course it depends on your skill level and what you're doing. The idea here is if someone wants to be more competitive or even a pro and they're sort of at this ceiling, when you were at that point, when you were sort of at this ceiling, for you, what broke you through that ceiling?
So there's a few things. Number one, you have to watch other Zangief. And specifically, you have to watch top Zangief play. You have to, and the hard part about this game is once you have a solid grasp of fundamentals, and that is the first thing you have to work on. You won't be able to understand what the top players are doing until you understand what you're doing.
Right.
Because some people go, oh, he just wakes up mashing jab. Why are they waking up mashing jab? Like, no one does that unless they think they're a scrub. But no one's a scrub really. They're mashing jab either because they are a scrub, or because they know that the opponent is doing a delayed meaty, a shimmy, right?
Yeah.
Those are all options that people sometimes are not aware of. And for Zangief specifically, when we played, I did not SPD a lot. But people, all they see about Zangief is SPD, 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 SPD. When I started playing, and I thought to myself, all I really want to go for is SPD, but that's what everyone fears.
Right.
So they always want to jump away, backdash. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to play a few games without ever landing an SPD, unless it's a true punish, because that's optimal.
Sure.
Right? Try playing the game without SPD, and see how strong your neutral gets. Right? See, because when you don't have to rely on SPD, you have to rely on normal buttons. You have to rely on Zangief's slow jumping, right? And those are the buttons that help you get in and help push them into the corner. And once they get into the corner, and once they're scared, they start making mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's when you can go for the SPD. And that's how you can learn how to condition them, because you're not making any hard risks. You're not making any hard reads. You're just pressing buttons and pressing normals.
Yeah.
And Zangief's cross jab is very strong. It's probably one of the best in the game.
Yep.
It's one of those buttons that will annoy your opponent, making them make mistakes, because once they can't deal with the jab, they start jumping in. So that's how you can start learning fundamentals and how to condition opponents, by using your regular buttons and using what you have and not relying on what you see and what everyone else does. And once you can get there, you can learn from other players and see what tech they have, what decisions they make and why, and how they got there.
Let's roll through one more.
Okay. Okay, so that was a raw punish. Okay, so that's not real, but that's also not real. So this is when I start conditioning. They're in the corner, they might be scared. Okay, so I made an input error right there. All right, now I don't have to take any hard reads because I probably could die in like 2 or 3 hits. I should actually put in power driver here, but because I'm winning, there's no need to take a risk. There's no need at all to take any risk. And Zangief starts with technically the most life in the game, right? We don't really have to take a risk off the bat. Okay, this is a punish. Zangief's quick bar is 1 frame startup. That is -2. So here's the mix-up. I got 2 choices. I chose a safer other choice because I'm winning. There's no reason to really take risks. So the hard part about playing the neutral is finding the magic space. Finding the magic distance where it's hard for the opponent to deal with. Once I realize the opponent is not jumping anything I do, that's why I can go in and do a raw swing power driver.
Stupendous, thanks for stomping me into the ground, but also giving everyone a great primer on getting better with Zangief, some advanced level tactics and thoughts behind what you do. I think it's pretty interesting, getting into the mind of another player and how they advance with their character. So appreciate it. I'm gonna go be salty now.
Thank you very much.